This is the glass that covers the monitor on the Backbox. I'm doing this by hand just to try and minimize reflections, and it's really just a piece of glass, which is kind of boring. You can see around the edges are some channels, and I've got a spare piece here. So this is what sits around the outside, on the top and on the sides. On the bottom, it's a little bit different. It's called sort of a lift channel, I guess. So the glass slides in there, and then you use this sort of to lift up the glass if you ever wanted to remove the glass. So what I need to do is I actually need to mask off an area in the middle, and then on the outside we're going to be spray painting a black mask. And so I haven't done this before. I don't know if there's a right way. I'm just going to be using blue painter's tape to mask out the area. I've kind of got the area sort of identified where I'm going to be masking it. So we'll mask it up, and then I'll take it outside and I'll spray paint it. Do a couple of coats. And this one I'm not too worried about. If I mess up, you can probably just scrape off the paint. So, but I obviously have to be careful. Glass is, it's glass. It's super sharp. So got to be super careful. And it's quite thin, this glass. We've got to be just a little bit more careful. So I'm using a Rust-Oleum satin protective enamel, black. So I'm going to spray this outside. Okay, so that's the first coat. I'm pretty happy with that. While it dries, I'm going to probably hit that wall back there with a little bit of tagging, and then I'll come back and do a second coat, and then we should be good. Welcome back. It's actually been a couple of days since I sprayed this. I sprayed it on a Friday. It's now Monday morning. And I'm going to do the reveal. I ended up doing 3 coats. 2 wasn't enough, and so I actually went back and did a third. So we're going to peel this off, and we're going to keep our fingers crossed that it looks good. And let's go. That was a pretty cool reveal. I'm really happy with that. It's one of those things that it's an easy thing to do, you know, just spray painting, but the finish and the quality, it looks like $1 million, but it's a pretty easy thing to do. You know, once you spray it, there's no light coming through, so it looks really cool. I'm going to add the side trim pieces, then take off these markers that I put on before. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I've just had a thought. This doesn't sit very snug, so I might put some black insulation tape just to make it more snug. So I'm just going to hit pause, and that's what I'm going to do. All right, I'm just going to put some insulation tape just in a couple of places. I just want the side panel things to be kind of snug. I don't know if this is a good way to do this. If you're watching this and you know a better way, put it in the comments. But I'm going to add a couple of little strips here. Makes it a lot easier to handle. Look at that. You even get to use a label maker when making a virtual pinball machine. Real quick, as you may recall from the last one, this is the step-up, I think they sort of call it a step-up converter, which converts the 12 volts into something a lot stronger to take care of the replay knocker. A thought occurred to me. I might install this in the Backbox, in the back of the Backbox, and then I had made this plug. I'll take it off, just attach it to here, run these cables down behind it. I'm using these what's called sort of standoff legs. They'll just screw in here. Because I can't see the terminals, I made a little label. I just put that there just so I know what goes in, what comes out. and then we'll be good. This is your quick electronics tutorial tip of the day. So this is actually one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites because it's the least difficult to mess up. It's a ferrule crimping set. So this is my ferrule ratchet crimping tool. And then these little, they're called ferrules. This is kind of a weird name, but basically it goes on the end of a wire. The wire goes in those screw terminals. Yes, it can go with nothing and you can just screw it in, but these wires sometimes will get a bit frayed, a bit brittle. So by adding a ferrule at the end, it's obviously reinforced and it's much easier to screw down. It's, as I said, it's super easy not to screw this up, so that's why I like it. So I'm using the red one, which is for a 18 gauge wire, which I think this is. Actually, I think it's 20 gauge. Yeah, so it's color coded, so I'm going to use these gray ones. You simply twist this a little bit, slide that in there as far as it goes, and then use the crimping tool. I mean, that's it. Easy. Stays in. Then, as I said, this goes in your connector on your device, on your electronics board. When you screw down, it makes it very, very safe and very secure. So, yeah, that's it. So we're just going to screw these in. These are obviously going straight to the replay knocker, so they're going to go to the out. We've got the red for positive, black for negative. And they just simply screw in these little terminals. Before I put the front glass on and sort of wrap this project up, well, the back box, I just wanted to show you something. It's something that I'm kicking myself now that if you're watching along, hopefully you'll catch this, but I installed the power step-up converter. It's way too close to the speaker. You really are supposed to keep sort of power supplies and audio quite separate there because there's interference. I'm going to leave it, and if I can detect something, I'm going to have to move this maybe over to here, but it's way too close, and that's a dumb mistake. That's right, though. So anyway, here we go. Here's the moment of truth. We're going to scan around, and we're going to put the glass in. I'm kind of kicking myself because I didn't actually have any lint-free cloths to clean the monitor or the glass. I'm going to have to take this out eventually and clean it. That's it. Wow. That's it. It's in. It's done. I'll zoom in. I'll just show you the glass. So the glass is in, but this is going to be a horrible part of the video because it's just like videoing a mirror. So you can see what's behind me. You can see the mask. This is what I painted. You can kind of see the TV and then the screen. Obviously, when it's on, hopefully you won't draw attention to it because it is all black. So the camera's really not going to let you look at it very much. But that's done. You know, that part of it is sort of 99% complete. I did put on the back just to see if I could see any light coming through where the mask was, but obviously you can't. And there's a lot of light in this room, so it's what a terrible part of this video. My apologies. But I know it looks amazing. I'm super happy with it. This is like a huge achievement, this part of it. Which means we can get onto the cabinet. So this will be my last Backbox video, I believe. I do have to mount it to the cabinet, so I may do another video, but I'll call it something different. So it won't be part of the Backbox series. All right, thanks for following along.